We call it, you got the fighting, we got the fighting. Jimmy, then. That's it. Hello, and welcome back to the Cutting Edge Review, and I am your reviewer, and I'll be doing the last and the final of the Bruce Lee films, Enter the Dragon. This film was released in 1973 and is the last recorded film with Bruce Lee on it. Of course, I would review Game of Death, but that movie is so horrible. I didn't want to do it. So, but it does feature Bruce Lee in some scenes, maybe as kind of like a stuntman thing going there. And in this movie, Bruce Lee, you get to see, you know, you've seen a lot of dub movies about different action, done. You see a lot of movies like that. We finally saw Bruce Lee, the master of Kung Fu, the inventor of Jeet Kune Do, the submission specialist, do his own acting. Doing you get to hear what he really sounded like, his real voice. So this movie is his first international and his only international film. It makes you wonder kind of what would have happened if he would have lived just a little bit longer. He might have gotten more films like this. But you know, unfortunately, I'd like to pay tribute to this guy because he's influenced so many different people. It's not just fighters he's influenced; it's people of every walk of life that are influenced by his natural charisma, his amazing fighting skills, his motivational speeches on this movie, and you know, like I said, it's the catalyst, and it's a final end to a great actor. The guy was a good actor. I mean, you might not be able to tell that, you know, with some of his other movies, you know, because you know, you hear a lot of different things dubbing at the same time, that everything. And so in this movie he plays an undercover agent, like working for the government, and he's like a British operative, I think. And on this movie, he infiltrates an island that has been having a tournament for the last several years, and but the reason the government gets you know, he gets the attention of the government because of some of the extracurricular activities they're doing there, including human trafficking. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, that stuff is still occurring right now. And also prostitution and drugs. And he goes there to infiltrate the tournament. And of course, along the way, he sees John Saxon, and he sees the nice gentleman with the afro in the movie, and you come right out of the comic book. And some of these scenes, and Bolo, you guys remember Bolo, the guy with the really big chest, you know, muscle guy, Dr. Face Off. He makes his debut on this movie, and like I said, there's some really iconic quotes on this movie, like "Boards don't hit back," or this. You guys remember this one? Do not pay attention, or you will miss all the heavenly glory. And this movie, it was the first attempt in, like I said, and we saw movies like this later on done by people like Jet Li, Jackie Chan, but nobody has done it better than the Bruce Lee himself, you know. And this movie was a really big hit in the States when it debuted, and it was highly as the best of all the Bruce Lee films combined. And he basically after this, he died. His much heralded death was due to some kind of drugs or some type of pills he took. And this movie, you know, like I said, it explores like a lot of government operative style espionage and stuff like that. Like, you know, like stuff that goes on and behind closed doors, and then they have to go in there survey the island to make sure they can't prove if they can't prove there's some kind of human trafficking or drugs going on there, there's no way that they could come in there with with a clean and sweep team and stop what's going on there. So like I said, Bruce Lee goes in there and he does what he does best. And you remember that guy with the hand, and he has little knives at the end. It looks like an Asian Freddy Krueger. And so like I said, some of the iconic scenes on there, where he's all torn up from his chest from the scratches from that guy. And this movie definitely gets a 10. It's a great movie. And it's a fitting end to a legend. And I like, if by some chance you haven't seen this movie, you might want to go see it, because you might want to go out and purchase it. You're probably not gonna find it in the red box, but if you don't own it already, this movie, like I said, it stands the test of time. It's one of the absolute greatest martial arts masters of all time, and it's the catalyst for what we have now. And I definitely highly recommend this movie to anybody who hasn't seen it. Possibly, I think everybody and their grandmother has probably seen this movie. And like I said, this is the Cutting Edge Review, and I am your reviewer.